Kia ora Year 12 and Year 11. Here's the second part of question 2 of this year's Level 2 Algebra paper. So we have a computer and it depreciates continuously in value, and it goes from $4,699 down to $1,500 over a period of 4.25 years. Now at this stage you might be thinking about a percentage change or something like that, but the key word in here is that it's depreciating continuously. So the formula that we're about to be given is this one here. The value of the computer t years after its value was 4,699 can be modelled by this function. So what do we have here? Well, we've got y is the value of the computer after 4.25 years. So y is 1,500, a is the 4,699, and t is 4.25. So look what we don't know. What is it? It's r. What is that? Continuously depreciating rate. So we substitute in and then we're going to solve the equation. This is what we get. 1,500, the value after 4.25 years, is equal to the initial price times whatever that rate is to the power of 4.25. Okay, so that's the equation we've got to solve. And you might be thinking, oh, this is a logs question, it's got nothing to do with logs. Okay, so the first step we're going to do is to divide both sides by 4,699. And that gives me r to the power of 4.25. Now we're interested in figuring out r to the power of 1, just plain old r. So I have to do the same thing to both sides of the equation, which is something to make this become r to the power of 1. I'm going to do that on a new slide. Right, so we had 1,500 over 4,699 is equal to r to the power of 4.25. There we are. We want to put both sides to the power of 1 over 4.25. Okay, so that's what we're going to do to the left-hand side and to the right-hand side. There we go. It's like when you have a cube, you take the cube root. Here we have something to the power of 4.25, so we do to the 4.25th root, if you can think about it in that silly way. So popping that into your calculator, we get on this side 0.3192 to the power of 1.4, 1 over 4.25 is equal to r, and r is equal to 0.7643888 ... So I'm leaving all those decimal places there because I don't want to round this too early. So we've figured out what the rate is, and the question was asking me what will the computer be worth after 6 years. Now I've just realised I don't think I had that bit of it into the PowerPoint, but that's what was actually in the exam paper. So you're asked to figure out, once you know that rate, what's the value after 6 years. So now we're going to use our formula, which is y equals a to the rt, and we're just going to work out what is y when t is 6. So y is equal to the original price, 4,699, times 0.764 blah 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 to the power of 6. And when I did that, I got $937.32. Now hopefully you're looking at that going, well, that's pretty stupid. Why would we round it to the nearest 2 cents? And so I think a good answer there would be that the computer would be worth about $937 after 6 years, but I haven't obviously seen the marking schedule yet. I'd probably say $940 is fine as well. Okay, so that's the first part, and then the next question is also nothing to do with logs, and that's coming up on the next slide. Right, so let's make p the subject of this formula. We've got 81 to the power of something with p, x and q, and then over here we've got 243. So hopefully your brain will recognise that these are both powers of 3, and the key to questions like this is to have the same base. So we'll rewrite this as 3 to the power of 4 to the power of px over q minus 3 is equal to 3 to the power of 5. Now we've got the same base, so for those two things to be equal, the powers, oops, change the pen colour, the powers must be equal. So 4 times px over q minus 3 equals 5. We can do a couple of things. We can expand it out first, or we can divide through by the 4. I'm going to expand out first, but it really doesn't matter. Remember, my goal is to get p as the subject. So we're just about there. Put it up here. We get 4 px over q is equal to 17. And then we get, cross multiplying, 4px is 17q, and p is equal to 17q divided by 4x. Okay, that's all for now. Please, I'm sure you'll let me know if you find any mistakes in here. Obviously the schedule hasn't come out yet. This is just my go at working through these papers. Thanks for watching.